Uh, Right. 1 second. Bear with me, guys. Just need to find. uh, right. Donman, good afternoon. So let's take a look what's going on gold. It was looking potential, like we could see a potential short, but let me just check. Can everyone hear okay? Is the sound okay? Um, just let me know if you can hear on. Oh, where's the chat? Hi guys. Uh, just need to check. Refresh page. Yeah, Anna can hear. Fantastic, superb. All good on this. Yeah, no radio this afternoon. Um, okay. TikTok, welcome back. I've been away for a week, so there's been no live streams last week. So we are back at it today, but I will tell you that today we're going to be a little bit steady. We've had one trade this morning, which was nice, nice trade on. We took not gold shorts, DAX. DAX sells this morning in the live stream. But gold was looking quite interesting a minute ago. But a lot's just changed in the last, what, 5 minutes. I think just looking at the 15-minute, if we saw what happened here, we've had this structure forming here. So price had wicked. I think it broke the lows first. I don't know because I've just come in, guys. I've just been to the doctor. So what we saw was price, I think, broke the lows, then it's pushed up. So if price takes out its own low, anywhere in this vicinity, if we come back below here, I'll be selling gold into this clear space down here. So we've got this range that we can work with, and it's not a no trading range. And the reason it's not a no trading range is because we've got these huge, big momentum candles here. So what we're looking for is basically a range trade within this space here. Now, what makes this a viable setup is the fact that we've had big momentum candles. Then we see the body start to shrink. We see a tail wick. Then we see a bearish candle form at previous level of resistance. Now we've seen a big push up into the mid range of that body. So if we can break the lows of this bearish candle low, I'll be looking to go short underneath here at around 3376.72. So then we'd want to put, I'm just looking at broker data. So the low on my broker data is 7.5. So anywhere around zero point 0.4, because that will just reduce a bit of spread, um, taking off the spread and putting it underneath the low of that candle. So guys, if you've just walked in, I'm a price action trader. We've been away for the last week, so there's been no live streams for the last week. Hey Joel, how you doing? Welcome back. Nice to see you. Um, we are focusing primarily on gold, NASDAQ, and the DAX. During the US session, which I do on live streams for TikTok and YouTube, you will see me predominantly trade either gold or the NASDAQ. Now, there's no major scheduled news for today. We are still in what we call the summer months, so liquidity is low, to say the least. Institutions, their traders do take holidays, and when they take holidays, they have to reduce their book size. Therefore, we have lower liquidity in the market. So, on that basis, that means that there is naturally less volatility. But if there is a move for whatever reason, let's say like yesterday when Trump said he was going to fire Lisa Cox, what we saw is we saw a directional move. It went crazy. Dollar sold off, gold shot up, and then a lot of those gains have been handed back right now. So why is that? Well, it'll be multiple reasons. It'll be profit taking. It'll be people on the wrong side of the book that will be just trying to manage their positions. Whoever's holding the institution's position, so it could be a manager or whatever, they'll be looking to uh, de-risk any of these major moves. So that might mean hedging, and that's why you'll find the markets will just sometimes recorrect back to where they started. So if you look where the news was, you saw initial move down, then it came straight back up, took out the highs, and then it's settled in this sort of like mid-range area. So we're looking for shorts on gold. That's my preference right now because I don't believe there is a direction to gold at the minute. We're just sat in a range. So I'm looking to place shorts underneath the low of this candle here. So somewhere around 3376.4 will be where I'll look to try and get into a sell position. Remember, guys, this is purely for educational purposes. It's not financial advice. This is just what I do on my day-to-day basis. This is what I do with my members. So yeah, I'm just gonna let's just put that statement out there just so everyone is fully aware that you are responsible for any actions that you take yourself. So this is just what I do myself on a daily basis, and I want to try and illustrate how you can use a rule-based process to eradicate those uh, so subconscious telling you to take a trade based on fear, greed, FOMO, etc. So this is how we eliminate that. So look, let's just pull up some rules on how we would potentially be taking this trade. I've already given you range short. Here we go. For God's sake. And I was late today because my little girl, obviously holidays, we got lunchtime, so just had to. There we go. So this is my rules. So resistance formed, yes. Seller candle to form, yes. Next candle to wick up, yes. Clear space. These are these big bodied candles down here, yes. Sell stop below bearish candle plus spread. There we go. So sell stop underneath the bearish candle low. Now remember this candle took out the lows first, so it didn't really interest me. So you can put orders in if you like the analysis, but that's what I'm going to be doing, guys. Okay. Um, Anyone that is here for the first time, just drop a yes in the chat. If you're here for the first time, just drop a yes in the chat. Anchor, hi darling, how are you? Uh, Rob McGee, Sid Chamgui, how you doing? Um, Danny Noss, good afternoon. So yeah, just let me know if this is your first time to the live stream. If it's your first time to the live stream, I'd love to know. Afternoon, Mr. Peanut, how are you? Uh, who else have we got in here? I'm greeting you. No, it's not my first time. Okay, it's not your first time, so welcome back. Welcome back. Nice to see you've come back. Let me know where you're registering in from, guys. Are you UK, Europe? Are you Caribbean? Are you Australasia, Russia, Africa? Where? Let me know where you're logging in from. Asia. We're in holiday. Oh, fantastic. Italy. Whereabouts in Italy are you, Said? Love Italy. Bologna, North. Ah, lovely. Yeah, we did. Welcome, Norway. Big Harvey. How you doing? Okay, so we're seeing gold is still pushing in and around this area. Now remember, we've got COMEX opening in 10 minutes. So we could see a directional move, whether it's going to be higher or lower, we don't know. Yeah, Norway's beautiful. I ran quite a few trading events in Norway, in Oslo, at the Grand Hotel. Um, but so I'm gonna get some orders in around 3376.4. I'm gonna put a sell stop in, guys. Um, get your auto break even in at 70 pips. Oh, it's pushing higher again, so maybe we don't need to. Uh, you've got a sell on euro dollar. Okay, let's take a look. Uh, Now, based on the 15, if I was going to have a sell here, right, what I'd need to see is I need to see price close back below this support level. So if it closed below here, then we could look for it. But it looks like dollar's about to sell off again, maybe. We're seeing euro is, hold on, euro's dropping, yen, dollar strength, dollar strength, dollar strength, dollar strength. Okay, are we going to see dollar strength as we come into the US Open? Maybe, maybe not. Let's see. Every um, major market against the US dollar right now is just showing a little bit of US dollar strength. Um, Sweet work. You've smashed it. Okay, lovely. Well, I'm going to look for sells underneath here as well. Uh, okay, how has everyone's August been so far? Have you been active trading or has it been a quiet month for you? No sound detected. Or why is that? Guys on TikTok, let me know if you can hear me. Yes, Mark, my G. Who's this? Marco Pierre. Okay, sounds fine. Okay, lovely. That's good to know. Lorna Mero, good afternoon. Mr. Marco Pierre, very famous name we got there. Are you good in the kitchen is all I can ask. With a name like that, I hope you can rustle up a good number in the kitchen. Uh, so guys, listen, we are looking for potential shorts on gold. Okay, potential shorts on gold. Reasons, I've got my range trade short rules set up here, and you can see how that's playing out right now. Okay, so we're going to look for sells underneath the bearish candle low. We do have, thank you for all the likes coming in, by the way. I'm not sure who's responsible for that, but thank you, much appreciated. Um, no, it's amazing. Since we've had a week away from the live streams, it looks like TikTok have reduced the way that they put my live stream out there to people because we're massively down on numbers today. Usually see about anywhere between, on average, 4 to 10,000 views a live stream and anywhere up to 300 to 500 people in the live stream. So if you are used to if you're a regular here and you would be willing to share the live stream, I'd appreciate that. That'd be very kind of you. So let's see how this next 15 minutes plays out because as we're going to close, 30-minute candle's going to close and it's looking like we've got a nice another little rejection candle forming, but we do have 5 minutes for this candle to close. So shorts looking good. If we close bearish like this, I expect to see the market drop. So let's see what happens. So we're looking for sells today. Yeah, we are. Well, we're looking for sells at the minute based on market structure, but a lot can change in the next 6 minutes. As Shemless thinks it's a buy, well, the good news is one of us will be right. So I'm gonna put an order underneath here, like I said, at 76.4. I'll have a 10 pip first target where I'll scale half out. Uh, And then I'm going to put a 25 pip second target. Who else have we got in here today? Any other familiar names that I recognize? What's happening on YouTube? Dan, uh, not looking for longs if closes above. I need to reduce this range because price has changed a bit. 78.7. So we'll do 78.9. So range, we got 44. Yeah, Dan, if it closes above, we can, but I just kind of feel that we'll see how it pans out. But like I said, we've got 4 minutes left. We've seen this range movement happening time and time again since Trump's announcement of sacking Lisa Cook yesterday. So that's what I think will happen, but we'll see. How far back do we analyze the candles to predict what may happen to the market, please? And thank you. Move face. There's no what I would say specific answer to that. The way that I look at it is the most recent support and resistance, and then I zoom down time frames to look at the most recent support and resistance, and I'm just looking to take a move of at least 10 pips, and in that on that basis. So if you look, most recent resistance is here. We've created this bullish candle followed by a bearish candle, so we've got another resistance form here. So I'm looking if we have 10 pips at least, so I'd want to see, let's say, 20 pips to get up to here, free space to get my 10 pip target, which this is why I mark it in. We've got 44 pips. Now on the flip side, I can look for a range trade because if we break below this low here, I've got clear candle space down to 33.70. So let's just put in that down to there. We've got 55 pips down to there. So we can take initial trade back into these lows. And then if we get a break and close below here, we can look for a breakout trade to continue that move. Or if it goes down in a straight move, we could look for another range trade back to the upside. So again, it all comes down to the market and the candles that are produced for us to make a decision. So right now, as it stands, we've got big clean candle space to the downside. We've got resistance formed. So if we break our own low, we're going to be short. That's my analysis for what it's worth today. So we're just waiting. So 33.76.4 is where I like a sell stop. Yeah, I've got auto break even set for 7 pips. Just with it being a range. Hey Mark, where are you from? I'm originally from Doncaster, but I'm in London, UK. Uh, where are you? Why is it there? Come on. There we go. YouTube. Uh, there we go. Sorry, that just triggered quick. Missed my break even, but look, there you go. I'm just trying to change it on. I got triggered there and it's missed my break even while I was just trying to bloody switch screens. Yeah. Hold on. Guys on TikTok, you're just gonna have to bear with me because I am 7 pips offside at the minute. And here we go. Uh, we're slightly in profit. I just can't change the damn screen on TikTok. It does this every time. So if you want to see the screen, guys, head over to YouTube. I'm 2 pips negative at the minute, 3 pips negative. Make it 5 pips. If you want to see the screen, guys, just go to YouTube. I can't change it on TikTok for some damn reason. Here we go. There you go. So we're 2 pips negative now. Okay, so trade management, guys. If we break the highs of current 15-minute candle, I'm going to close half. So if we break the highs here, I'm going to close half. So COMEX is open now. Hopefully we can get to see that move. I won't be answering any questions if you are asking anything while the trade is running, because I need to manage accordingly. So if you see it go to plus 70 in blue, then you'll see that first purple line is my auto break even. It will automatically just move my stop to break even. Okay. Yeah, it looks all right. Okay, I've just closed half, guys. Minus 6 pips. Reason I've closed half is price come down, it's triggered us in, and then it's reversed and broken its own high. Okay, so always thinking about capital preservation. So that's why these buttons here come in so handy. You can just reduce risk very, 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 very quickly. These are old lines, so that's minus 6.5 pips on the first position. You should be able to see the MetaTrader chart, guys, on TikTok. Let me know. Can you, guys on MetaTrader, just let me know if you can see MetaTrader, because I keep seeing messages popping up saying, "Can you show the MetaTrader chart?" Yeah, can you see it? Yeah, on the MetaTrader. Okay, perfect. Yeah, I know you're on it on YouTube, but I was just getting messages on TikTok as though they couldn't see it. So I just wanted to check that they can. No, 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 not YouTube, guys. TikTok. I know yours, Lola, but the one on TikTok, they, it keeps coming up. So I will be. I'm gonna. Yeah, thanks, Dan. Thanks for letting me know. Under normal circumstances, if this market was um, not summer months, I'd be replacing the half that I closed underneath the low of this candle. So if it was normal months, I would be replacing the half that I closed underneath this low here and looking to run it down. I just realized I've not got a fixed target in. There we go. Now, a lot of people always say to me, why do you close half when it breaks its own high? Don't you just trust the analysis? It's nothing to do with trusting the analysis. It's following what price action's telling me. If price action's gone, if it's gone up, then gone down, triggered us in, and then breaks its own high again, I don't like that from a candle perspective. It doesn't mean that it can't still go down, because that's why I'd put in another sell stop underneath the low of the current candle. But what I want to do is protect myself in the outcome that once it broke its high after creating a high, creating a top wick, then moving lower to create a bottom wick. Once it breaks its own high, the reason I close half is because in theory it could just keep going and run all the way up to the stop. So I like to protect myself on the basis that I'd rather lose 6.5 pips here than losing 33 pips. So when you break that down, you're reducing your losses massively over a period of time. Now, people don't think there's much to losing losses, but if you, oh, here comes trouble. Hi, darling. Your leg's hurting. Why is that, darling? Okay. Have you finished your lunch? No? Okay. You've been eating? Good girl. All right, Daddy's working right now. Yeah. Okay, but I'm not using them now. Sorry, guys. We got my little protege here. Um, so right now, yeah, if you imagine, right, let's say you make $3,000 a month, but you lose $2,000 a month. Your net profit is $1,000, yeah? But if you don't change your winning trades, you just leave them as they are. But if you can reduce your losses by 50%, you end up losing $1,000 instead of $2,000. So it just goes onto your bottom line. So you end up with double the P&L just by managing your losses better. So there's a lot to be said by managing your losses. Okay, so it's not about changing how much profit you can get from a trade. If you can reduce your losses by strict trade management, then you'll be amazed at what it can do to your P&L over the longer term. Okay, so that would be like my. Now, unfortunately, you can see this first purple line here. That was my auto break even for 7 pips. It missed that by, I don't know, 1 pip. So had it have hit that line, then what would have happened? Stop loss up here would have just come down straight to our entry price. And then when it rallied back up, we'd have got stopped out for a loss of the commission. Would you say it's going to hit 33.88? Um, if we get a close above 33.79, then we've got potential to go up to 33.83 before then we hit another barrier. So there would be that's the next barrier I see. Looking at this right now, I say we've probably got more of a chance of hitting 33.71 than we do 33.88. But if we get above 33.79, then I expect us to hit 33.83. Commander-in-Chief, good afternoon, sir. How are you? Dan stopped out. Six 29. Oh, that's a little bit annoying actually. Look at that. I'm just looking at the entry price. Got slipped a pip. Would that pip have got to my break even? Maybe, maybe not. Might have just been a little bit short. Quiet session. Mhm. Uh, any questions coming in? I was just scrolling and this gave me a migraine. Can you not? Can you? What gave you a migraine, Shelley? If you've got a migraine, best of, yes, darling. Okay, 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 I can't deal with that right now, baby. Um, Shelley, if you've got migraine, love, I'd say get off a computer and stop looking at your phone. That'd be the first smart thing to do. Go on then, go and brush your teeth, darling. I can't because I'm working now, darling. Okay, I'll do it after work, darling. Sorry, guys. This is the beauty of school holidays. I know. Okay, can you ask mommy? I need you to do it. Yeah, but look, you see that screen there? There's people there watching, and Daddy's talking to them. Daddy, I want you to brush. Yeah, can you? Thank you. Okay, there we go. Sorry about that, guys. Um, thank you. Yeah, she doesn't take after me. She takes after mum. She wants a dad, but I would love to. Unfortunately, that's where school holidays are a little bit horrible. Unfortunately, we can't stop our work, and this is a commitment I make to you guys. I make to um, what is he calling me now? I make a commitment to you guys to trade live in front of you every day at 1 o'clock, unless I'm on holiday. So these are things that if I make that commitment to you, I'll do that. So unfortunately, um, it kills me to say no to her. But yeah, unfortunately, Dan, you'll soon have your little princess pulling your heartstrings, mate. Um, my daughter should come first, Shelley, but unfortunately, this is why we have two people in the household. Mum's just next door, so mum right now can do a teeth. So, and if I don't do this, and if I don't trade live during, well, not necessarily trade live, I trade live in front of you guys because ultimately, right? I'm human like any of you, right? So I'm more disciplined in front of you than I am anytime. So the more I trade around London Open and US Open, this makes it the best trading conditions for me. So I shouldn't really have any distractions around these times. So that's why I always have my door closed. That's true, Shelley. That's true. That's true. But, but if I don't do this, I can't provide. So unfortunately, these are times that I really do need to concentrate on. It's just a few hours a day, 6 in the morning till 8 in the morning, and then sort of 12:30 till 2:30. I'm selling gold. I'm in a negative position at the minute. I closed half off at minus 6.5 pips, and then I'm just letting it run just to see what happens as we come into um, the US NYSE Open. Average profit rate. What do you mean average profit rate? What's my success rate, or what do I? Now you have to remember, guys, success rate and profit are very different things. So success rate, I'm usually quite high on success, and that's because I have small targets and scale out quickly. Now, dependent on the way you like to trade. I mean, this is a long trade for me. This is sending me to sleep. Um, I'll If you want to see why I've sold, I won't explain it right now. In fact, I can. It's okay. Um, so look, resistance was formed here. Let me see if I can. So resistance was formed here, buyer candle followed by a seller candle. So there's resistance. Then price came up again to the same price point, created resistance, a nice bearish candle. If we look at that on the 15, next candle wicked up, then we were looking for sells on here, um, and our sells went in underneath this low here, which triggered us in on this candle. The 30-minute looks even better. So we've got bearish candle, wake up, takes out the lows. We again created a top wick. We've taken out the lows. Now, as it broke its own high, I closed half for a negative 6.5 pips, and I'm just letting it run now. My bias is to the downside based on the way that this range is being formed. Okay, so I'm seeing this as momentum candle. Then we've had a pause, top wick form. We've had another pause, top wick form. This is what I would call like a tennis ball analogy. If you've got a tennis ball and you throw it at a wall or a floor, what happens to the tennis ball? DAX breaking long coming from one of our members. I can't look at it because I'm in a trade. What happens to the tennis ball when you throw it against a wall or a floor? Guys, I'm not looking at any other charts while I'm in a trade. So, so I'm not looking at Euro. I'm not looking at DAX. I'm not doing anything until I'm out of the trade. Okay. Um, First take profit is 10 pips. I closed half at minus 6.5. So if we get to 10 pips, then ultimately we're at break even. And you'll see it'll happen automatically if we get there. The first purple line here is an auto break even line. The second one is first take profit. The second one is a 25 pip take profit. And then this one down here is our full exit. If we break this low again, I'll bring my stop down above these highs, but I have to see it break its own low. Okay, here we go. Let's see the drop. What's this? I just had a pop up there. Trump threatens tariffs on digital taxes on. What's that? Let me see it. Uh, what's the notification? Trump threatens tariffs for nations with digital taxes on US tech. Oh, that was yesterday. Okay. So more tariffs coming into play potentially. If there's more tariffs, it's going to have a negative impact on gold. How long have I been trading? Since 2009. November 2009 was the first time I experienced trading FX. I used to trade penny shares, oil and gas shares before that, 2006 to 2008 and mid 2008, and then I lost all my cash. So had a little mini meltdown, refocused, and thought, you're a beginner. Okay, just remember, everyone starts as a beginner. So don't be afraid to ask questions. Don't be afraid to go around. Listen, one thing I would say is when I first started, there wasn't the amount of information available, readily available to you that there is these days. That's a good thing and a bad thing, right? And the good thing about today, there's so much information that um, you can basically find things that you think will help. One thing I would say is, you know, anyone that's trading with loads of indicators, to me, that's just clutter and confusion. You want to focus on reading clean charts, clean price action. Um, have nothing on your chart, just a couple of lines, 3 lines, and just focus on what happens. And then look at it depends where you're based in the world as well. Think about what your personality type is. Do you like, are you quite slow and steady, or do you like things, are you impatient? If you're impatient, you probably want to focus more on being a day trader. That would be something where your trades are, like I'm getting impatient now. This has been going too long without hitting profits and things for me. Which is why it helps when there's people I can speak to because it keeps me calm and composed. But there'll be a point where I just go, right, fuck it, I've had enough. I'm just going to close it down. Um, so keep your charts clean. Um, YouTube, TikTok, I'm guessing there's going to be other people out there live streaming that will showcase what they do live in front of you. That's what you want to see. Don't listen. People always want to know how much money they're making, what size lots they're trading. Don't worry about that because people can be fictitious with what they show you on social media. If someone's going to sit there for an hour, hour and a half, 50 minutes and explain why they're taking a trade, run it through the process, and you can see it play out live in front of your eyes, you can't fake that, right? So there you go. So we're at break even now. So whatever happens, we can't, okay, I've lost 6.5 pips, but there we go. We've hit T1. So that's just made me 10 pips there. We're up 13 pips now and it's moving. Okay, so no matter what, today's going to be a profitable day. So I'm just going to bring that down a little bit to lock in any sort of commissions that are there. So um, today we are, so there's 15 pips on the board right now. We've banked 10. Let's just see. Why is it not pulling up? We're 15 up right now. Uh, okay, so let's see how this one pans out. But yep, it's all looking pretty good, guys. It's all looking pretty good. So that's why we sold it. You know, I can't make up what I said, why I've done it. I gave you all the information as to why I was taking the trade. I explained it, and I told you why I was closing half out because it after it broke its lows, then it broke its own highs. Um, there we go. We've just hit 25 pips profit. Um, just let me know if you're still in that trade. Now, if you also remember, I told you that I would have also added to the position the money that I took off underneath this low had the market have been normal times. Okay. So basically, what do I mean by that? If it hadn't been summer months, then I would have just left I would have added another half of the position in the bit that I closed off, which would have hit targets now. Okay. So let me know if you took those, refresh my chart. Which one? We're 28 pips up. We just hit second take profit at 25 pips. Anyone get anyone take this trade just out of curiosity? So let's just results. So far, Peter Cole T2, well done. I just want to uh, change that to there we go. So October live stream trades were at 5 wins, no losses, and 2 break evens. Um, OTFUNC. Just let me know if that information helped. So we're 33 pips up, 30, 34, 36. I'll close it all at 40 if we get there. I'm not too greedy. 38. There we go. 40 pips banked. Thank you very much. If at any point you want to say thanks, no problem at all. But that is just reading price action. Very, very simple. T3, Peter Cole, well done, buddy. That's yeah, let's go back to the other channel. So guys, look, uh, I'm I'm glad that there's a few of you on here, but you know, unfortunately, the numbers are a little bit lower today. Which, look, it is what it is. Which country are you in? Shameless. Maldives. Ah, I was there a few years ago. I was there a few years ago. Beautiful, beautiful place you live. Right. Okay. So, guys, lovely trade for the day. Nice, quick fire 40 pips. Now, look, obviously, one thing that you'll have seen is you saw me close half of the position initially for minus 6.5 pips. And like I said, that is purely about risk management. We don't know that the market is going to drop. We can predict it based on the price action that we see, but because it broke its low and then broke its high, that to me was time to kill half. Okay, so it's those kind of things that you need to remember that when the market Doesn't matter how much you think it's going to drop or how much you think it's going to go long. You have to have a set of rules in place that will stop your mind or your subconscious from telling you that, right, this is what we're going to do because I think it's going to do this. Thinking is no good. Thinking is no good. Shemi, you can always, we have a membership where you can be part of the team and join the community on a daily basis. Um, you can I've got a business. You can get me on WhatsApp, which is 7356237138. So you just need to put a plus sign ahead of that. Trailing it at 25 pips. Well done, Petter. If there's anyone on YouTube that wants to just get, it's 07356237138, and that's a UK number. So if you want to get hold of me, you can do on there. But look, the whole point of what I'm trying to show you guys is it's a process where you don't need to have emotions in place. You just have a checklist. A bit like being a pilot, doctor, surgeon, whatever it is, you have a checklist, you follow a process, and that will stop you making impulsive, irrational, emotional decisions, which is the biggest killer of accounts. So we come straight back to the market, and we've had 2 for 2 today. Yeah, and look at that. This Whether it reverses from here or whether it breaks through, I don't care because right now, imagine you got 42 pips up. And then you got greedy thinking it's going to drop down, and now you've seen it reverse 33 pips. You're going to be livid. Even if it drops down, the way the human mind would work is as it's moving up and up and up, you're either going to close it out or you're going to start doing something a little bit wacky. So never be greedy. When you get close to your structural points, take the profit, wait for the next opportunity. Let's have a look at the DAX, what Simon was calling earlier. Ah, yeah, DAX is broken out. So there is you okay, so there's a couple of things we can look at here. You could look at buys above the high of this current hourly candle on the DAX. Now I won't because of the time that my broker opens. Um, it will show a slightly different setup. Let's have a look at the hourly. Yeah, yeah, so I couldn't do it on the DAX. I'd be more based on what I see on my broker, I'd be more inclined to sell in the DAX based off the hourly. So this is why you have to be very careful when you're trading price action. You need to check what time your servers open. So for example, who's this? IG. Their server will probably open at the hourly, so at midnight or 11 p.m. Whereas the server that I work with, it opens on quarter past the hour. So if you imagine the hourly candle is built up of candles 2, 3, 4, and 5. So if you open on the hour is the first candle, then the quarter past, then the half past, then the hour. So it's the first four candles. But if you open on the quarter past the hour, your hourly candle is going to be built for the second candle, the third candle, the fourth candle, and the fifth candle. So again, always check where your broker data, the specifications are, or the details to the asset or the instrument that you're trading. Let's see what's going on with the NASDAQ. Uh, Okay, NASDAQ. I would only look at longs. Okay, there's potential longs above there, but I kind of like this space. Let me just see. I'm going to put that there. I don't know where the level is, but there we go. Okay, that we could get an early entry into shorts under 23. So this here is going to be no trade zone for me. I'm not going to do anything in this area. Don't like anything in that range there. We can look for buys. I'm just going to stay away from gold now. Buys above 23,463. Sells, oops, below 23,367. What's the range? 33 pips. So we can still get first target, but it's going to have to be a very small close below 33 pip range. So what I'm looking for is 20 pips at least on NASDAQ or DAX for my first take profit. So what I want to see is if the candle closes below this level, I don't want the wick to be 13 pips below it. If we've got 13 pips below, then I'm not going to be taking a trade because it makes this range too small and too difficult to hit first TPs. The only way that can start to happen is if you start to reduce your TPs, and then you start to, when you do things like that, you then start to screw around with your ratios. Looking to the upside, 1 second, guys. Sorry, guys, bear with me. All right. Sorry. Nothing coming from gold. DAX. You know what? The way I'm looking at the DAX, if if price could close back, what's the range? 61. See, the 15 will always be the same. So if this candle, can, I think if, I'm not going to take another trade because I'm 2 for 2 today. But if this candle was to close below this level and then wick up, a sell down to here would make sense if there's at least 20 odd pips. Okay. Joel, thanks for sharing the live. Much appreciated. Very kind of you. Um, I honestly think, just looking at the markets, because the markets are a bit shitty at the minute in the sense that the liquidity is not there. We've done what we done it in a way that we've taken our trade, we've made our money. Let's call it a day, and I'll be back tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Does that work for you guys? I don't see any point sticking around and trying to fight for another trade. So, guys, if you've enjoyed the stream, I'd appreciate if you just make a comment, just say yeah, you've enjoyed it, or throw some hearts or likes into the thing. That'd be good. But yeah, I'm not going to look for any more trades today. I'm done. I'm going to close my screens down. I've got a couple of clients I need to speak to. Um, so yeah, if that all works for you guys, let me know. Brilliant. Thanks, Peter. Thanks, Dan. Thanks, everyone. Appreciate it. Um, Guys, I'll catch you all tomorrow at 1 o'clock. I'll put the link in the stream pretty much anytime now. Okay, just give me a couple of minutes and I'll do it. Bye, guys. Take care. Have a good day.